Hello, Andy here again. This little video is just a quick introduction to a new band to me, one I've discovered this month. So here we are, last day of January, and it's the first band that I've discovered new in 2023, and it's a band called Moyne. And I'll come to the record and the sort of what they're like. So a few weeks ago, towards the beginning of the month, Saturday afternoon, I was sat in my kitchen, had the radio on, Six Music, and Giles Peterson's show was playing. Now, for those who don't know who Giles Peterson is, he's basically he's a DJ who really specialises in jazz, very modern jazz and electronic music and so on. So Saturday afternoon show is usually that, and it's a nice background when I'm doing other stuff. But my ears picked up because I started hearing what I would call sort of like very scuzzy, quite early. Sounds to me a bit like post rock, and those who know me know I'm into post rock and check out my journey through post-rock videos, which I'm in the middle of at the minute. And I thought this was really interesting. At first, I actually tried Shazamming it, and it didn't appear. It's probably for the main reason was it turned out it was they were doing a few tracks live in the studio for Giles Peterson. But I suspect Shazam wouldn't have had it in their database anyway. And I thought, wow, I like that. I really like that. So I sort of went searching for them, and it turns out they are a London-based band, and it's actually a side project from a band that I also haven't heard of before called Rame, and they're more sort of like electronic music, and I need to look up the names here. So this is a couple of guys who are Rame, basically, and also now Moyne. Joe Andrews and Tom Housestead, and they have a drummer plays with them on both bands called Valentina Magletti, and she's really good. And they've had two albums. The first was in 2021, and it's called Moot, MOOT exclamation mark. Not available anywhere. I think they issued it on vinyl, small numbers, sold out, no CD. So I did it's Bandcamp. So I got a FLAC download for it, which is okay. But I noticed that it's probably the reason they were playing, on the radio was they've got a new album out, or newish. It apparently was released in October 22, so relatively new. Obviously, passed me by at the time. And again, small run, but they were doing a quick repress. Obviously, it sold better than they were expecting. So I got a pre-order on that to make sure I got it, because it's gone again now. And the album is called Paste, and here it is, and it's quite interesting. It's like a double die cut, so you can see the label through there. And you'll see that the label is complete white label. It's like a promo or test press. And luckily, somebody has put on here. There's a little dot on there, which I don't know whether is accidental or on purpose, but that's side A. I worked out from the run out. So what are they like? To me, even though you look on Discogs, they're not, the subgenre doesn't mention post-rock, so this is me pulling them on that. But they're not like what I would call the sort of typical post-rock. They're much more like the very early 90s first wave of post-rock. It's very scuzzy. And the band which come to mind most strongly is Slint. So this album is a classic of very early post-rock. It's 1991 issue of Slint's Spiderland, and I'm an arachnophobe. I just love the album though, and it's great, and it's really quite scuzzy. There's almost a little bit of Bardo Pond in there as well, if you know them. The singing is there isn't singing, but it's not pure instrumental. So, and again, there's some similarity with Slint and also early the first wave of early post rock before it went mostly instrumental. So they've got sort of guest vocalists on most of the tracks, but it's predominantly spoken word, but not spoken word like the intoning you get with bands like Dry Cleaning or Wet Leg or the trendy stuff at the moment. Nor is it rap, nor is it poetry. And nor is it sampled. So it's really quite interesting. It's not like anything typical for today. So it is something of a throwback. Great album. There are 5 tracks on the first side, 4 on the second side. Really, really interesting. And if you, I don't know whether it's on YouTube. I haven't looked, to be honest, but if it is, I'll post something below. So want to check out a new band, my first discovery of the year, and it's Moin, Moin, and the album, which, as I say, was actually released towards the end of 22, but with a quick repress, just gone out this month and sold out already by the look of it. And it's paced, and it's fabulous stuff, particularly for me who's into that type of music. So thanks for listening, and see you next time.